Welcome back to my channel, folks, Wildlife Ranger on YouTube for all things natural history, where today we are going to film the second video on local history. Today I hope you can join me on a short trek around the Yorkshire village of Shelf, specifically to an area known as Stone Chair, where we'll be finding out why it ended up with such a name. So, boots at the ready, albeit in need of a coat of polish. On a clear blue day, we set off to look at this structure and find out more about its location on the old Turnpike Road. Welcome, folks, to my channel on YouTube, Wildlife Ranger, for all things natural history. Today we're looking at the second video in features on local history. And we are in a place called Shelf, and specifically an area of Shelf called Stone Chair. This is the reason why it is called Stone Chair. And what we have here are two boundary stones at right angles, as you will see in a moment. And this is the front of the two waymarks set at right angles. It says here, Stone Chair, first erected in 1737 and then re-erected in 1891. The first boundary stone is likely to be in the wall in the house behind me. On this face of the stone we have directions to Halifax, which is that way, and Bradford, which is this way. We have the same information. It says Stone Chair, erected 1737, re-erected 1891, and as I pointed out, both stones are at right angles, and the little bit in the middle is the seat where you can rest your feet and progress on your journey. So this is Stone Chair, which gives its name to the locality in Shelf immediately around it. So welcome to Stone Chair, folks. Here, folks, we can see the two boundary stones at right angles held together by an orange strap in the middle. The stone itself is known as Stone Chair because of the seat in the middle, and it's clearly a boundary stone which demarcates an area of Shelf known as, strangely enough, Stone Chair. That way, Bradford; this way, Halifax; that way, Brighouse; that way, Denham Gate and Keighley. So this is a boundary stone with a very useful purpose for a wayfarer to rest his weary bones. Welcome to Stone Chair in Shelf. So what we're looking at here is likely to be the old boundary stone. There is some old carved writing which is difficult to make out. I actually think it may say Halifax because there's an H, L and some other lettering. This is very, very old stone. It probably was the original 1737 stone, and it's fixed into the house directly behind it with the main Stone Chair stones in front of it. Okay, folks, let's just pause a moment away from the noisy bank holiday traffic, which I apologise for, and look at what we know about the Stone Chair at Shelf and put it into context with the roads and buildings of the 18th and 19th century. Stone Chair, waymark and or milestone was originally erected in 1737. It was re-erected in 1891 along a Turnpike Road. It consists of two stone slabs held together at right angles by a metal brace, and the triangular stone between serves as a seat. Stone Chair, and indeed many of the cast iron County Council milestones which came later, are Grade 2 listed and come under the control of English Heritage. The Stone Chair waymark would have been originally on the Wibsey, Bankfoot and Lidget Green branch line turnpike, and we can only turn to the imagination to imagine what a journey 300 years ago between Bradford and Halifax may have been like. Fraught with danger on bumpy horse coach, snow, ice, wind, water crossings and rockfalls, not to mention the local highwayman. Some solace, however, may have been found in the Duke of York, which is still directly opposite as you waited for your coach. And coincidentally, William Clayton, the surveying engineer, also happened to be the publican erecting the waymark circa 1737, which gives some indication to the age of the Duke of York. Here follows a brief history of highways in a nutshell. The Tollpike Trusts were localised entities which sought to improve the transport in the area by the introduction of tolls and fees on bridges and roads. These historic engravings give an indication of what toll roads and toll houses may have looked like in days gone by. By the end of the 1880s, the role of the Tollpike Trusts and toll roads demised as the newly formed county councils took on the role of managing the ever-expanding road network. Parliament decreed to all county councils that the role and responsibility of marking waymarks fell within their authority. Here in Yorkshire, this gave rise to the distinguished appearance of milestones manufactured by the foundry Brayshaw and Booth, makers of liversedge, although the original colour was thought to have been blue. The Brayfield Iron Foundry no longer exists. In 1893, however, the milestones were commissioned from two Yorkshire stonemasons from Murfield, Frank and Gilstead, who had the mammoth task of delivering 615 milestones on behalf of the county councils, which still today serve their function. Well, that's it from me, folks. Thank you very much indeed for watching. If you have enjoyed this brief trek through the history of time, please like, share and subscribe and help this channel become a success. Until the next local history video, take care and we'll see you soon.